What's good, guys? It's your boy Black Lightning 4547. This is System Test 63, a classic Simplex system. Kind of.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire alarm reported in the building. There has been a fire alarm reported in the building. Please proceed to the stairways and exit the building.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Now, what I mean by classic in this case is the modern era, not necessarily the 1990s setup with, mechanical horn strobes. This is basically the era where when a simplex system is installed, like I said, let's see, like a 4100U, 4100 plus or classic type system. Obviously the pull stations will be different. They'll be addressable instead of conventional, as you see here. But it kind of still mimics the same idea. So obviously you see right in front of you, we have a Simplex 299-9756. Now I believe the 499-9003 is the addressable variant of this pull station. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's just on top of my head. But yeah, that's all actually. So these are all the pull stations I'm using today in today's test. Now if you go up, bam. All the notification appliances are true alerts. This right here is a Simplex 4906-9151. Its wall mount is red. It is multi-candela. It is smart sync, I believe, smart sync only, and multi-tap speaker, of course. So you got multiple wattage settings on the speaker. Now I know the mounting is not the prettiest. Basically, I'm just working with what I have already. So yes, I had to use a extender ring on this back box. This is actually a 2 1/8 depth back box, and I believe that's just another 1.5 extender ring on that. And yeah, I could have gotten a back box skirt, but I was running out of money at the time, so this will do. And it doesn't look too bad if you don't stare at it. But yeah. We have another 4906 90 what am I talking about? 9151, sorry. On the Wheelock SBB back box. Doesn't look too bad once again. Not too much overhang as I was suspecting. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It works. Another 299-9756. Then obviously you have the LCD ADF right there. And here's that's another thing about this setup is obviously you guys know that I have a Honeywell system. And so obviously the detectors are the same. I don't have any zone modules. If I did, it would be nice. I do have a couple of conventional true alarms, but like I said, the true alarm detectors you'll probably see in this type of setup, but obviously we're working with Honeywell here, not Simplex. But with the Simplex setup, another 299-9756. And like I said, you heard that correctly. The EVAX is back. It's been up here just chilling. I think it's been 7 months since I did a voice evac setup. I think the modern EST video is the last video I did with the voice evac. At least one speaker, speaker strobe. The rest were horn strobes. And as you can see, the LED is actually working. It's just had a poor connection to the motherboard, and I had to move it to a certain location for it to work. It probably just needs to be resoldered back on there to get a really good connection, but it works in a pinch, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Obviously, the 9200 UDLS, still normal, as always. Sorry for the glare. Obviously, my blinds are open. I'm going to show you my device last because I think the mounting is a little absurd. But anyways, in my closet we have a Simplex 4906 9101 Smart Sync multi-candela strobe. Now we go on the ceiling. There's nothing there. So what do I have in my room? Well, I have another Simplex 4906 9151. Now, the mounting of this, however, is a little wonky, as you guys can see, because it's on top of my single game back blocks. So yeah, this thing is like 5 inches or so off the wall. But it works once again. It's sturdy, so you don't have to worry about it falling. Plus, these are not really too heavy anyways. But yeah. And by the way, so all the strobes minus this one is are 15. This one right here is set on 110 because it's on the bedroom. And my bed's right there, so we gotta get that proper coverage. Now, I think this is a little bit more effective than my ceiling mount spot because, as you guys know, ceiling mount spot is actually a little bit too much to the left to cover my bed. I believe. But yeah. So this, and plus, if I'm sitting right here, this is where I spend most of my time, anyways. You can see the multimeter right there. But yeah, it's well within my peripheral vision. So I think this is probably the more, if you want to be that technical, I guess, but because obviously I don't know why I'm talking about things being correct when this is a hobbyist system, but sometimes you just want to try to be under code, even though it's just a hobbyist system and you know, just a system to have fun with, but whatever. But yeah, that's what I think about that scenario. But anyways, it's been 6 minutes and I haven't started the system off yet. Y'all complained too much that I talk too much, so let's go ahead and just get right into it. So the EVAX 100 is set on high-low, okay, which I think is a tone I haven't shown on this channel. We did do the Code 3 slow whoop, and bell and chime, but I don't think you heard this tone. So without further ado, and by the way, it just repeats 3 times, and then after that, it just plays the tone over and over again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to polling things.
Attention please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevators. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building evacuation plan. Attention please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevators. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building evacuation plan. Attention please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevators. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building evacuation plan.
Yep, so that's that. Oh yeah, I forgot to make a building announcement, although I'm the only one home, but
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? This is just a test of the fire alarm system. This is just a test. Please disregard every signal in this building. Thank you.
Yep. So that snaps back in the air. Go ahead and close that thing up for now. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Guess we can just do the 9756 in this room, and then we can call it a day.
Attention please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevators. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building evacuation plan. Attention please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevator. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building evacuation.
Yeah, it's playing the message, so you can't really hear the message too well. You can hear the tone pretty well though, but you can't hear the message too well. So obviously, that's my room right there. You can see the strobe flashing. That's the closet. Yeah, the house is actually pretty well insulated. Can't really hear anything too much outside. There's the gym right there. Yeah, it's not too loud out here. So I guess that's why I don't get too many noise complaints. Well, actually, I never received a noise complaint because people probably can't even hear it. Yeah, you can hear it a decent bit, but in my mom's room, in her closet. I think actually that's the gym right there. So go ahead and silence that. Whew! It got a decent amount of volume. Speaking about volume, it's set on 2 watts. Every speaker, they're set on 2 watts, 70.7 volts. So yeah, it's loud. Well, not loud enough to cover your ears, I guess. Well, I mean, me personally, I just gotten used to noise, so it's not really a big deal to me. Maybe on your end, it's probably louder and you probably have to turn your volume down. I'm not sure. But anyways. And by the way, forgot to mention, I do have my Willock DSM hooked up to sync all the strobes. And you don't need, a specific like Simplex Smart Sync module to sync the strobes, you can just take any module, sync module that is, to sync the strobes. For example, the Wheelock DSM. You know? So, but yeah. I'm going to just get a reset from the annunciator. The video is long enough. But hope you guys enjoyed this system test. I'm Black Lightning. Peace out. Take care and have a good one.